Hello again and welcome. We were very lucky to have E-Rides come up from London to let us demonstrate a couple of new wheels and give back some thoughts and go for a ride and whatnot. So that's what we're doing today. I hope you enjoy.
Relax and enjoy. Justified E.U.C. Sit back, relax, enjoy.
I hope you enjoyed the music today. This is my first attempt at producing the music myself. So feel free to comment your thoughts about it. My daughter Laurie was born in Birmingham, just outside of in December. So I'm going to be going down to see her for the first time. Complicated, as I'm sure many other people can understand, those who've been affected by similar situations or whatnot, but nonetheless, this is to celebrate the birth of my daughter Laurie and being able to see her for the first time. And we are wired for sound.
I just thought we will be 10 minutes, I feel so. Some put me there at 11, I thought we will be 10 minutes.
What you do? Down the line to meet with the rest of the Northeast E.U.C community guys and a couple of the representatives from E-Rides.
It's loose as well, so you might want to just go slow past it. Okay. Thank you.
Hero, the King Song S20 and the Extreme Bull Commander. Much anticipated wheels, and we'll get to hear a little bit about them and try them out. Let you guys see them. So we're meeting at the Cycle Hub. This is somewhere that people often meet, whether it's to do with cars, bikes, electric unicycles as the case may be. The Cycle Hub is a bike-friendly, independent cafe offering bike hire and with a fully equipped workshop for bike services and repairs. Co-owned by Newcastle Cycle Centre and holiday company Saddle Skedaddle, this chilled out cafe and bike shop is smack bang on the coast to coast route. The coast to coast cycle route is one of the UK's key challenge rides, attracting tens of thousands of cyclists each year. Those riding past Spillers Quay on Newcastle Quayside are able to grab a coffee while buying spares or having their bikes fixed at the cafe, which is open 7 days a week, 9 AM until 8:30 AM, serving delicious cakes and whole wholesome homemade food. 9 a.m. until 8 a.m. 9 a.m. until 8:30 a.m. That doesn't make sense. The shop is in the former Quayside Regeneration Centre and situated with stunning views upriver to Newcastle Gateshead's iconic quayside. It's a cafe, cycle hire and bike shop, as well as a base for saddle skedaddle, which runs trips on the coast to coast, as well as cycle holidays around the world.
Aye, right. 30 man.
The podcast very good.
Oh, you've been watching it?
Yeah.
Oh, bless you.
That's what I want.
Get one, bro. Everybody needs a long hair chihuahua in their life.
The reckoning of the existence.
Best thing in the
I
world.
had a Pekingese. I spent 10 years in Southeast Asia. I
Wow.
used to carry it all my.
You used to carry your dog around as well?
Oh, just double jumpies,
You're my kind of guy.
He nicked it.
Oh, that's awful.
Hey man, I was on the internet one day and I told me two friends.
Yeah. Test some wheels out. You take care. Bless your heart. Cheers. Right. Can you get out that way, can you? Is it stairs or what? No? You didn't have no else? I think I'll... Come on, lad. On the sherry. Yo. I think it's going to be around here somewhere. I think it's just like to test wheels and stuff.
We're not far from Spiller's Tyne Mill on the quayside, Newcastle, right now. Standing tall on Newcastle quayside are the vacant remains of what was once the largest flour mill in Europe and the tallest milling building in the world. The site has been stripped of cables and has recently suffered minor fire damage due to scrap metal thieves. There's a vast amount of industrial heritage to discover on the inside and a stunning view of Newcastle city centre from the rooftop.
It's going off now anyway. Hold mute, drink 2 seconds while I knock it off, just so I've got another one hand. Will it just be 2 seconds?
Shipbuilding has long been one of the region's most important industries. In 1294, Newcastle built a gallery for the King's fleet, and ships were built at Sunderland from at least 1346, and at Stockton from at least 1470. Swan Hunter, formerly known as Swan Hunter and Wigham Richardson, is a shipbuilding design, engineering and management company based in Wallsend, Tyne-and-Wear, England. In 2006, Swan Hunter ceased vessel construction on Tyneside, but continues to provide design engineering services.
At same quayside that me granda walked where I'm at. Same quayside that me granda walked where I'm at.
Newcastle is believed to be the coldest major city in England, but is also one of the driest cities in the UK due to being in the rain shadow of the North Pennines, although to live here you wouldn't have thought it. Newcastle Central Station was the first covered train station in the world, and it was opened in 1850 by none other than Queen Victoria herself.
Got these little goes on in there. Put it on when we're riding. It's fully equipped.
Not got a crash helmet though, has he?
No, you have.
Oh, right.
Bless you, man. See you later. Have a nice day.
I think the Sherman tyre, that profile is great for off-road. Yeah, the Nobby tyre, I would use it as my main tyre if I could. I'll give it up for E11 because this is actually really flat. Jesus.
I'm going to grab my pads off. What were you just doing there, lad? What was that, lad?
Down on the top of it.
Come on. Look at this boy go, man. You want to see this kid accelerate? There is no one like it. Dave, how do you accelerate? Good lad! You!
Now I'm trying out the Extreme Bull Commander. Get up on that bull and ride it. The very first E.U.C from Extreme Bull. The Commander has the veteran Sherman in its sights. The Commander is poised to be a range, high speed and power king. Information is still a little scarce, but we have enough knowledge to tell you the core features of this new beast and why it will be a crazy delight under your feet. There will be two options available, a high speed and a high torque. Free spin speed of 79 kilometers an hour on the high speed, with the C38 motor and 97 kilometers an hour on the C30. Expect riding speeds of 70 kilometers an hour and 80 kilometers an hour respectively. Range in miles, obviously it's going to differ, but it's got a 3600 watt hour battery and then a 3000 watt motor, so it's without a doubt, it felt like the most tuned wheel out of everything we tried. It's got a display that people are not so keen on. I'm not sure how important it is, but everyone would like a better one. I wouldn't say too much about the style like they're saying on their site, like, but still, yeah, it's not always about style, is it?
The suspension feel? If you don't mind, I'll be back afterwards if you want. You want to shoot down the stairs?
So you can see here I'm on the Begode Hero. It's costing at the moment with e-rides £2,499 including VAT. The Hero is the first modern suspension electric unicycle from Begode, and it's based on the Begode RS19 torque, so you know the wheel has tons of power for off-roading. It's got a 2800 watt high torque motor, 100 volt battery. It runs off 100 volt. It's 1800 watt hour battery, which is disappointing for many, especially me. 70mm suspension travel, and it includes CNC pedals. It's a 35 plus mile an hour wheel.
He said that my granda walked where I'm He said that my granda walked where I'm
You can see there the River Tyne. The River Tyne is a river in the northeast England, and its length is 73 miles. It's formed by the North Tyne and the South Tyne, which converge at Warden Rock near Hexham in Northumberland at a place dubbed the Meeting of the Waters.
That same key said that my granda walked where I'm The same key said that my granda walked where I'm
Even the deepest one at the end, you don't even feel it. You know it's happened, but you don't feel it. It doesn't move you. It takes a while to get the initial torque going on that one, though, I think, unless you like mean it.
Colin has kindly lent us a go of his Inmotion V12. The Inmotion V12 is the most powerful 16-inch E.U.C on the market. It's fast, has epic range, and has an amazing water resistance rating. Don't take our word for it, come and try it, that's what they always say. But Colin so far seems pretty good. The Inmotion V12 electric unicycle packs so much of a punch for its size. The 2500 watt motor gives up to 5000 watt of peak power and allows the E.U.C to travel at speeds of over 40. The 1750 watt hour capacity battery provides a claimed range of up to 100 miles, making this wheel a real contender. I call bullshit on the 100 miles, but yeah, 1750 is disappointing, but what do you want for a mid-range wheel, I suppose? Slightly more for slightly less, like every other consumer.
As long as this is not like this, then once this is like that,
And it's got sensitive.
even if that drops when you ride, it won't do it because it's in motion. It's not. Yeah, so let me show you. So it's doing this. It knows it's moving. And then when you stop, yeah, you're right.
My
It's not
sweet
going. When you
baby
engage it again, then
Oh, that's a
How heavy is it?
Huh?
Is it the same weight as the Sherman?
it's
lighter.
It's a little bit, just a little bit light. It's about 34.
Doesn't
It's
feel
liftable.
the
It's
same.
liftable.
It's heavier.
I think as well with the lifting, your distance here. Yeah.
Right, because you're narrower than the Sherman, because the
Yeah.
Sherman's
like
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so lifting wise, it's not bad. Yeah, you put the stainless in.
Yeah, we put like all around it. That's why this was the door.
Proper like aluminium powers and everything. It's really good.
Yeah. I mean, I'll show you. There's a video that we put out. Kevin, my engineer, he put this out. So this is like brought out all the battery and everything.
Yeah.
And you did a proper tear down on the S20. It's well made.
Yeah,
for sure.
There's another one of my criticisms with it is the board faces this way, doesn't it?
Oh, you mean the BMS? Yeah.
So if they get a crack from the side,
I know. We told them, but they told us that this is quite solid.
yeah.
Yeah. You're not going through that.
You know this clicky motor you had? Is it fixed?
No. So they're gonna send us a new motor.
I never noticed that.
Yeah, that's because we really smart because you ride so fast. But once you're going slowly and you kind of like go left and right, no, I think there's something wrong with one of the components inside the motor. I'm not sure if it's the magnet or something, but one of them is kind of out of. It's kind of
The lightning is just catching.
Just catching, yeah, just catching. So, but the reason why we discovered the screw issue is because we tried to open up the motor ourselves and we couldn't keep blunting the screws. What the hell is this? You know, for maintainability, it's rubbish, right? So we made a big fuss about it. So they're going to change all the screws for the production.
But it's what do you think?
Yeah, they do.
Pretty fair. I mean, we're not gonna. I don't.
Yeah, this is. I think because the other ones are in trouble.
Well,
Yeah,
I've just had a go on the S20.
They're not used to the edge. Yeah. If you've been on a knobbly before, maybe it's a little bit easier. Maybe if somebody else got knobbly experience, or is it just specifically this tyre?
I think it's this time.
Okay. So maybe I'll have the same problem.
Oh yeah,
You can go first, bro. No, if you win next.
so it's
No, I go on, man.
go, right?
We'll go, yeah.
Okay, so this one there.
Oh, you can feel that spring back on the pedal.
Yeah, let me get
The wheel.
Johnny's
No, I don't want to mess up the wheel.
You'll not be messing it up.
No, he's got my wheel.
Don't worry, I'm not just going to take off. Oh.
Whoa! He's off.
Hold on.
It's just trying to keep it up when you're going slow and you're not used to the wheel.
Oh, yeah,
You know what I mean?
because with this wheel,
Yeah.
someone already crashed here.
Yeah.
Because of the pedal, the tire was stamped on you,
Yeah.
so it doesn't really care.
Okay. It's best to put a foot down when you're going slow if you haven't got the balance yet.
And finally, we're hosting the most hotly anticipated wheel this year for your pleasure right now. Since launching the groundbreaking S18 suspension wheel, Kingsong have been working on a larger, more powerful model. The S20 Eagle takes the design and engineering language featured in the S18 and adds more power and battery capacity. To cope with this, Kingsong have upgraded the suspension, increased the size of the wheel to 20 inch, and stock will be at a premium, so they're asking for deposits. Yeah, again, you hear the sales jargon. Max speed 45 miles an hour or 70 kilometers an hour. The range, they're saying 120 miles. I don't think so. Real world miles 60 miles. Yeah, maybe. Weight 33 kilograms. She's got a bit of a weight to her. The estimated final price will be $2,795 based on current pricing. So I think that they're doing it for closer to kind of 2.5, but I could be wrong. It might be still 2.8 after tax. It's a 3,300 watt hollow motor, delivering 7,500 watt peak at 70 kilometers an hour max speed. The 2,220 watt hour battery is run at 126 volts with smart BMS. It's a modular motherboard and built-in display, and they've upgraded suspension to the 130mm travel. It has built-in adjustable power pads, although many people might want to change them out for some kind of custom pads that fit them better. Well, I certainly would be. Kickstand spike pedals, tiltable headlights, smart rear light.
Ah, butter! Bro, that's amazing. It's unreal.
You haven't had the video yet, have you?
Not with you. Thank you.
You need to get his footage in there.
Oh, he's deaf, yeah. Oh, you take the Sherman? No, don't worry.
Oh Lord, my sweet baby girl. I'll see you soon. I'll see you soon. Oh Lord, my sweet baby girl.
We're off, heading towards the Hadrian Cycleway, which is Route 72. Hadrian Cycleway is a 170-mile exploration into Britain's past, as well as a magnificent coastal views and breathtaking countryside. You'll see the famous wall itself, Roman forts and museums, quaint villages and attractive market towns, all set in a World Heritage Site. More of that can be seen in my previous videos. Just about coming into North Shields here. There's a coastal town on the north bank of the River Tyne and then in North Tyneside Borough in Tyne and Wear, North East England. North Shields is 8 miles northeast of Newcastle upon Tyne. The town's name derives from Middle English Skeen, Shell, I'm not sure how you say that, Shell, meaning temporary sheds or huts used by fishermen. Historically, North Shields was part of the Tynemouth County Borough in Northumberland until 1974 when it became part of the Tyne and Wear district. It has a population of 34,423. Prominent locals include Ralph Gardner, who opposed Newcastle when it attempted to prevent the docking of coal ships in North Shields. Gardner was imprisoned in 1653 for refusing to close his brewery, which supplied provisions to the ships. In 1655, he petitioned Parliament against what he claimed were the unfair demands of Newcastle. Gardner, regarded as a local hero, had a high school named in his honour in 1933 near the former site of his cottage. Other notable people from North Shields include Sam Ainsley, George Barmer, John Chambers, John Charlton, Ken Curry. So some of these people I'm not so aware of who they are. Lena Ashwell, Katie Kavanagh, Andrew Dunn, Chloe Ferry, Tom Hadaway, Dennis Kirkland, Stan Laurel, Sean Prendergast, Michael Rodd. Let's go on to music, John Anthony, Rod Clements, Sam Fender, J.W. Fennick, Young William Lamshaw, David Ross Leitch, Jim McGean, Ryan Molloy, Robert Reed, Neil Tennant, Andy Taylor. Yeah, there's quite a few sports stars: David Boyle, Michael Bridges, Adam Campbell, Paul Cannell, Phil Kavanagh, Colin Cook, Richard Coftry, I'm not sure how you say that, he's a cricketer. Yeah, quite a few. That's North Shields for you.
That is muddy.
Yo, 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 yo. You did well to stay up there.
Like us and subscribe. That would be great.
Thanks for that, Abdul. Okay, we're right next to Royal Quays in a park that we often come to this mound, somewhere that you can ride up and ride down and enjoy the view from. Things like this, the Angel of the North, and any kind of landmark that as a group you go to regularly can be really appreciated in the memory bank. Okay, so Royal Quays is an area of North Shields, North Tyneside, England, beside the River Tyne. Built on the site of former docks and containing the pre-existing North Shields International Ferry Terminal, the area was renamed Royal Quays in 1990 and redeveloped with housing, a shopping centre, Booth Fair restaurant, and as you can see here, large public parks and a water park known as Wet n Wild. That's got some notoriety in the old North East. A Premier Inn Hotel, sports centre, 10-pin bowling complex and a trampolining centre are also part of the development. If you know anybody from the North East, especially from North Shields, I'm sure you know somebody who's been hurt by a nail that was pushed into one of the water slides at Wet n Wild at some point or other. Whether they're telling the truth or not is another thing. Check you out here, man. Legend.
My sweet baby girl.
were approaching the Shields Ferry. The Shields Ferry operates across the River Tyne, England, between North Shields and South Shields. The service is operated by Nexus, the Tyne and Wear passenger transport executive. It was known as the Marketplace Ferry until takeover by the PTE in 1972. In 2006, the vessel, now named Mystic Waters, began operating between West Cork and Shirking Island. The freighter Cunningham was the first diesel ferry to be commissioned and was in use when the ferry service was called the Marketplace Ferry. The vessel had a reputation for unreliability and was frequently out of service. The ferry's name came from the wife of North East Labour Party leader Andy Cunningham, who was later jailed for corruption. She was also the mother of the politician and cabinet minister Jack Cunningham. She was commissioned in 1972 to replace the steamship Northumbrian and sold in 1993 when the Pride of the Tyne came into service. Pride of the Tyne was built by Swan Hunter in nearby Wallsend and entered service in 1993. It was a modified version of the Shieldsman and cost £1.5 million. The vessel also has a bar, the Admiral's Locker, that is available on private hire trips. The vessel was the first river ferry to incorporate all of the new safety features introduced after the Matroness disaster in 1989. Pride of the Tyne is powered by two Gardner 6LXDT engines with twin Perkins generators. North Shields Ferry Landing was opened in July 2004, providing better accessibility and passenger waiting facilities than its predecessor, which was built in a similar style to Tyne and Wear metro stations. South Shields Ferry Landing was opened in July 1999 to replace the previous landing, which opened in 1898. Once there was sufficient room for redevelopment of the area following the closure of Harton Low Staithes in July 1993. The new landing provides 3 berths as well as an indoor waiting room and offices and break rooms for crew. Parts of the old ferry landing signage survives in storage at South Shields Museum. And now we're coming into South Shields, absolutely one of my favourite places to be. I love the place, absolutely love it. South Shields is a coastal town located at the mouth of the River Tyne and is the oldest and largest town in South Tyneside. It's one of the region's most popular seaside resorts, but is also famous for being Catherine Cookson's country, which attracts many visitors and helps boost the tourism industry. The Customs House was established in 1848 at Mill Dam and is now home to only non-amateur theatre in the borough. The last shipbuilder, John Redhead and Sons, closed in 1984, and the last pit, Westow Colliery, in 1993. It could be Reedhead, but I think it's Redhead, spelled R-E-A-D. The National Trust owned Souter Lighthouse on the Lees Cliff Tops was the first lighthouse in the world designed and built to be powered by electricity. It was opened in 1871, decommissioned in 1988, and acquired by the National Trust, who opened it to the public in 1990. Zeppelin airships attacked the town in World War I, and Nazi air raids caused damage and death in World War II. It has 6 miles of coastline and 3 miles of river frontage dominated by the massive piers at the mouth of the Tyne. Low Top houses 2 replicas of cannons captured from the Russians during the Crimean War, as the originals were melted during World War II. In 1977, American boxer Muhammad Ali visited the Al-Azhar Mosque in Laygate and has his marriage blessed. South Shields is the home to the Barber Headquarters warehouse and factory. South Shields is also home of the oldest provincial newspaper in the UK, the Shields Gazette. People from South Shields are sometimes referred to as sand dancers. This is a colloquial term presumed to originate from the town's beach in history, with the Arabic peoples dating from a 19th century music hall act of the same name. And thanks to the wonders of time-lapse, we're already in Sunderland, believe it or not, the wonderful Sunderland. Fishing was the main commercial activity in Sunderland, or Sonderland as the name came from, yet a character in 1179 saw Sunderland develop as a port. By 1346 it became a site for shipbuilding by a merchant named Thomas Menville, and in 1396 coal became one of the town's main exports. Over the centuries, Sunderland grew as a port, trading coal and salt, and was once famously hailed as the largest shipbuilding town in the world. Ships were built on the weir from at least 1346 onwards, and by the mid 18th century, Sunderland was one of the chief shipbuilding towns in the country. There's a cracking football rivalry goes on between Newcastle and Sunderland, but I absolutely love the place.
My sweet baby girl.
You know when it's pretty tough. You don't leave them pass. I know it's a little harder up here because there's a lot of, like, there's a bit of a bank on the path. If I'm trying to get home.
We've just passed Whitburn Village, a village in South Tyneside in the metropolitan county of Tyne and Wear, on the coast of North East England. It is located 3 miles north of the city of Sunderland and 4 miles south of the town of South Shields. Historically, Whitburn was part of County Durham. You can see the Tink Tink is starting to flag at this point, bless him. If you're ever wondering what he's wearing goggles wise, he's wearing rec specs in the smallest size they do, which is perfect for a very small dog. And he's about as small as you'll get without them being some form of toy or something teacup. But yeah, rec specs, we couldn't recommend them enough.
Get out now, you're fine. There's no one behind you, right now you're free. We're not far now from holding up in number, it starts to feel uncomfortable. Right, he's on going right, so you've got to give way to them, okay? Right, you're out before him, so you should be fine.
That's all, folks. Until next time,